Here we are with week 1 of the 2016-2017 NFL season. We have the New Orleans Saints getting the opening day victory over the Cleveland Browns. There is Kevin Smith just breaking tackles, 35-28 here in this opening season game. Blaine Gabbert, the new quarterback for the Saints, comes away with 2 touchdowns and 149 yards. It was mostly a running game for that show. And then we got the Kansas City Chiefs and the Buffalo Bills doing their thing. We have Marcus Mariota winning a close one here, 24-21 over Blake Bortles and Chiefs. At 221 yards for Marcus Mariota. There's Hankerson there doing the salute after scoring a touchdown. Then we got the 49ers versus the Rams. I think this was more of a primetime game. Two tough teams, the Super Bowl defending champions. This was a Thursday night football game. And Andrew Luck and the Rams come away with the victory over their rival 49ers, 24-21. Luck with 247 yards and 2 touchdowns. Big game there for the defending Super Bowl champions, winning their debut. Then we got the Patriots and the Jaguars, the AFC champions who lost to the Rams, taking on the Jaguars. And Brock Osweiler in his first start with the Jaguars defeats the Patriots. And we see a big run there, or a screen pass there to Coleman, 31-20. Despite Brady throwing 275 yards, he also threw some picks. Not a good game for the old man. Then we have the NFC North with the Packers versus the Lions. And there we see a touchdown pass there. Phillip Rivers starting as quarterback as Lynch is going to rest for a few games and try to get more acquainted to the league. But Rivers is the starting quarterback making a comeback. Then we got the Eagles versus the Bengals. Teddy Bridgewater is in his first start as a quarterback here for the Eagles. And unfortunately, he falls short. 31-8. Bridgewater having a rough outing in his first time, trying to replace Donovan McNabb. Then we got the Miami Dolphins, who acquired Deshaun Jackson. And boy, you've got quite the team there. You got Deshaun Jackson making the touchdown there. You've got Calvin Johnson Jr. winning 28-10 over the number 1 overall pick, Jared Goff. So we had some highlights there from some of the games. As you saw, Eagles get pummeled by the Bengals. You got 31-8. Bridgewater, 225 yards, 1 touchdown, 2 picks. Not good for him. And then Derek Carr doing a great job. 3 touchdowns, 1 pick. Trying to remember if there's anything special here on defense. I don't think so. Yep. And so that game's finished. Then we got the Browns versus the Saints. We got 205 yards from Pryor, but really a mediocre run game there. We had Blaine Gabbert, 149 yards, only 2 touchdowns, but it was Smith with 188 yards and 2 touchdowns in that debut. That was a fantastic start for the Saints. We got the Panthers squeaking by the Cardinals. So we got Andy Dalton with 324 yards, and then we got Flacco with 265. They come away with the field goal to win the game. Good on them. T.Y. Hilton with 135 yards. Meanwhile, Mike Wallace and Perriman both getting over 100 for the Cardinals. And then we had the Dallas Cowboys just absolutely destroy the Seahawks, 38-17. Wilson having 266 yards with 3 touchdowns. Peterson 107 yards rushing. Eric Ebron with 96 receiving yards. Meanwhile, the Seahawks with all of their superpower players, or not superpower, but powerful team, they come away with a loss. Then we have Aaron Rodgers, who they started the game off like 14-0, Denver taking the lead. But Aaron Rodgers brings the team back and scores a 2-point conversion to win the game over the Broncos. Tennessee is 1-0 now in their first game with new quarterback Aaron Rodgers, who threw for 342 passing yards. Then you got Rodgers also rushing for 29 yards. Jonathan Stewart not getting much there, but of course they ran 8 times because they were chucking the ball 33 times to come back from the deficit. Delaney Walker in his second year with the Titans having a fantastic start due to Aaron Rodgers. Then we got the Broncos doing the best they can there. Not passing great there, 11 of 21, 185 yards. No one really had a breakout game for them. Bradshaw with 112 rushing yards. Then we have the Jets with Alex Smith pummeling the Raiders by 3 touchdowns. So no turnovers for the Jets. We have 1 interception by Brian. Lamar Miller, who came over from Pittsburgh, got 80 yards for the Raiders. And we had Andre Brown, who was starting over the injured LeSean McCoy. He should be back next week, I believe, right? Yep. And meanwhile, Andre Brown, the backup, gets 140 yards. Great when you can have a backup that does that. Chiefs and Bills. We got Bortles with 252 yards, 80 for Trent Richardson. Mariota getting the victory, 221 yards there. Javid Best with 60. Then we have the Dolphins with 28, and then the new Chargers with Jared Goff getting 140 yards. So not a great rookie performance from him. Arian Foster, 55 rushing yards, not much help there. Even Newton ran more than the Arian Foster. David Johnson, 45 yards, but it was a 338 yards passing with Jenkins and Jackson with over 100. Calvin Johnson Jr. was getting good receptions, 4 receptions there, 63 yards. But, man, this team is freaking stacked. And then Brady, he threw 4 interceptions, which was just mind-boggling. And then 275 yards, 96 for Charles. Osweiler just protecting the ball, 17 of 21. He's got 190 yards, 3 touchdowns, no picks. Goodson ran for 67 yards, and Tevin Coleman ran for 33 yards. So 100 yards rushing between their team. Also, if I remember correctly, hold on, going back to the Jets game. This was weird. I had a kick return, 2 kick return touchdowns for Moncrief and 1 touchdown for Matt Forte. So that was weird that we had 3 kick return touchdowns in the same game. Anyway, back to the NFC North now. We got Carson Wentz in his rookie debut defeating RG3, going 160 yards, 3 touchdowns, 1 pick. Ingram with 100 yards rushing. Martin and Griffin get over 100 yards combined. But the 45 yards by Griffin, not enough. He's got some good receiving options, just didn't make anything of it. Then we've got the Steelers pounding Geno Smith's Ravens. The Ravens just can't get it right. Meanwhile, Osweiler gets 215 yards passing. Jordan Howard came in because Gurley got injured. And so Gurley had a 59-yard game. And then he probably could have came back, but then I just let the rookie Jordan Howard, 21-year-old, get a 100-yard game. He just ran the ball because they were ahead. I wasn't going to risk injuring Todd Gurley any more than he was currently. And so they got some spark there in Pittsburgh's running game. So Roethlisberger, how old is he now? He's 34, old man. Just hand the ball off and coast to victory. And meanwhile, Joe Callahan, he's a rookie. He actually got a few snaps there just to end the game. 2 of 2, 13 yards. That's probably going to be more than he ever had in his real-life career. But Jamison Crowder did get a good game there with 126 yards. Then Rams and 49ers. We see the mediocre performance by Winston. 2 touchdowns, though. 91 yards by DeMarco Murray. Let's see. Yeah, A.J. Green only had 24 yards, so the big free agent signing. And then the Rams didn't do anything special. I guess Luck just found his way to claw back and get the victory. Then, as I mentioned before, we have Paxton Lynch, who is right now sitting behind Rivers. I guess he's technically a higher overall, but right now I'm saying that Rivers is going to get a chance to start these first few games. If they struggle, Lynch will go in. And if not, they will keep winning with Rivers. And Melvin Gordon over 100 yards rushing. Ajayi, 50, and then LaMichael James, 34, with Tannehill getting 38. Lions played fairly well. I think it was a weird game, actually. If I remember correctly, this was a game that no one really did well, and they kept struggling to actually really score. So that's why it was 18-15. But yeah, Packers and Bears are coming away with the first week wins. And then we got Commanders, 28-24. And yeah, I had a hard time finding a real quarterback to give them. They do have Josh Freeman, but he's already screwed up so much in his career. I'm like, he's the backup. They traded for Gilbert, who was the third stringer on Miami, and they have Cody Kessler. And the biggest blessing he has is he got Julio Jones. So Garrett Gilbert could be my new Kevin O'Connell. He could be my new player that you don't expect to do well in my franchise, and he's probably going to do well. He's at a 71 overall, but he's chucking the ball to Julio Jones with 97 yards, 2 touchdowns. We got LaFell, we got Travis Kelce. So there are some good weapons here for the Commanders. Now, Yeldon did not run very well this game, and so we need to get a better running attack for the Commanders there because that will help Gilbert out. But then Mark Sanchez with the Giants did not do enough for the Giants to get a victory. 2 touchdowns, no picks, though. Ryan Matthews, who's normally a good 100-yard rusher, gets 78. And Odell Beckham Jr., Jimmy Graham, got 91, 44 yards there. Then we got the Colts with Drew Brees in his debut. I mean, he didn't do great, and he did get injured as well, so 53 yards for Manuel, but over 200 yards and 2 touchdowns for Brees. I thought he could have done better in some instances. He tends to overthrow his receivers a lot. Michael Vick getting the start here with 157 yards. Eventually, we might see Jacoby Brissett become the starter. He's 23. Michael Vick's 36. Still a little bit more. I mean, I knocked his speed a bit, but he still seems so fast. 130 yards for Spiller. Johnson only 90, but the Colts come away with a victory. And then the Jimmy Garoppolo Falcons could not score a touchdown. And so Kirk Cousins, so you Bucs fans out there, Kirk Cousins got 1 touchdown, 173 yards. McFadden had 156 yards. McFadden is the heart and soul of this team. And ignore that, that's not true. But anyway, he is the heart and soul of the team, 98 overall. Arkansas, he has not regressed much. He has been dynamic his entire career. So, news, I don't think there's anything really here. I guess if you want to see some of the headlines there. We got top performers. Yeah, 3 sacks for Sidbury. Yeah. Des Bryant didn't even get a catch. And Jerick McKinnon, between him and Arian Foster, they kind of go back and forth. A lot of injuries already. So I'm going to scan through these a little bit. If you want to take a look at them, you go right ahead. Cool. Transaction, I don't think there's anything else. Okay, they signed the DT. So standings, I mean, I'll share more of this and talk more in depth and even league leaders, but after week 1, there's not a whole lot to break down here because it's just one game. But I will continue giving updates. So hope you liked the video. I hope you're excited for this upcoming season because I sure am. It's going to take time to work my way through. However, this is year 15 of the 32-team franchise. Yes, I play every single game. So everything on all offense. And so I will see you for week 2 coming up next.